Good afternoon. What's happening? What it do?
What's
It's
up, Mr. White?
hump day. That means it's Wednesday, Wicked Wednesday Sports Tea. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, the OG, also known as the real Mr. White. Uh, Joining me at the moment is a food critic.
There you
Um,
go, Mr. White. There you go.
Amir Sinat.
A
Uh,
who?
Amir Sinat.
That is not my name, sir. Won't go for napping. You already start.
Hey, I'm gonna crank out my first thought, just on some respectful but disrespectful shit that I saw on Facebook regarding two um well, they're eventually both of them are gonna be Hall of Fame nominees when they hang it up as coaches. Um, there was somewhat of a comparison made, and a disrespectful dig. Sean McVay, he's done a masterful job as a coach with the Rams. He's been to two Super Bowls. They have won one. They have been competitive in 8 of the 9 years he has been the coach. Um, in said comparison, um, it was said in there, uh, he doesn't rebuild, he reloads. Year after year, this man keeps the Rams competitive. All right. Um, but the caption above is calling him the best coach in football and the only offensive coach I would ever hire. Dude gonna be in GOAT talks and actually earn them, unlike Andy Reid, which is where I take the exception. And here's why. Um, Andy Reid over the last 17 years has only missed the playoffs twice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's been to and coached. He's coached in. You don't want to get it right. I want to say to date 7 Super Bowls. Losing, you know, he lost one that he got Philly to, and coaching in his last 6 years in Philadelphia went to 5 straight NFC Championship games.
Yep.
All right. He made Donovan McNabb a household name. He was
Mm-hmm.
also instrumental in giving Michael Vick a second chance at life in the NFL.
Right.
It put together a fine coaching staff that produced some top 10 to top 5 defenses in 8 of the 11 years he was there in Philadelphia. And to move along, the other year that he missed the playoffs was his first year in Kansas City. He's been after that, he's been in every AFC championship game to date.
Mm-hmm.
Now, help me understand where he has not earned the adulation, the admiration, and the respectful talk that has been thrown his way. Where? Because he has not been involved in any scandals, never been accused of cheating or doing anything underhanded to gain an edge. He has uh, put some guys in multiple positions to win and win big and win elitely. Andy Reid no doubt is a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he decides to hang it up as a coach. No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
To say he has not earned to be in GOAT conversation as a coach is hilariously, hopelessly, hypocritically out of date, out of mind, and just flat out ridiculous. You know, but that's just my thought on that crap. That, I saw this on Facebook, and like I said, that sentence of dude then talking about McVay said dude is gonna be what I'm saying in GOAT talks and actually earn them. Unlike that is such a false narrative. That is such a false thing. That is such a hater-minded football IQ-less statement. That man has missed the playoffs twice in 17 years. Okay. And in those 17 years, he's been to 7 Super Bowls. All right. And there are some people that are going to be Hall of Fame worthy under his coaching, and that list is pretty long. No disrespect to what McVay is doing in Los Angeles with the Rams, because he has done a fine. He's coached in 2 Super Bowls. Had he been able to put a touchdown on the board in that first one, he would have 2 Super Bowl rings. But that's another topic for another show. But to take that shot in moderation of McVay over Andy Reid, I think is purely, small-minded and disrespectful to Andy Reid, because he is in that conversation with the Lombardis, with the Belichicks, with the Shulers, with the Knowles, and so on and so forth, the Seiferts and Madden, and he's in those conversations, and his story ain't even finished being written yet. He gets he gets 1 or 2 more. We're and I think he's already there to be in the conversation of being on the Mount Rushmore of head coach. I think we are, but I think that it to solidify it may take 1 or 2 more just for confirmation's sake. But that's just my opening thoughts on that when I saw that on Facebook. Everybody coming in though, Mucho and baby girl Sonya. What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
Kind of sort of a intentful type of day planned for the tea. Because I'm going to be looking for a certain individual that is on my timeline with the fuckery with the pom-poms out for AAU Jackson. I left the invitation. I'm hoping he show up so I can drop the link and let him have his say, and then I can eviscerate his ass with the truth, the facts, and the stats on the Ryan Leaf of Baltimore Ravens football. But that that's going to be the second half of the show.
Oh, you got a troll dealing with you, Mr. White?
Huh?
You got one of them Lamar Jackson trolls?
Yeah.
And it's about that time. That time. He ain't been part of the conversation in quite a while.
Yeah. When the last time we had this conversation about him?
Man,
It's been like a
look,
month. It's been about a month.
I tried to, and I've been saying it plenty of times. I try to back up off the Lamar Jackson conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's kind of sort of like beating a dead horse. You know,
He
you
gave
know
him
what I mean?
a good little break.
But
Don't they got a game tomorrow?
I think they do
Oh no, this the night game.
Oh, you talking about
on Thanksgiving.
Week?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
we got a turducken game.
We got 3 games tomorrow, and then we got a game on Friday.
And the Ravens is the night game on NBC tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. They're playing Cincinnati.
Yeah, money. Joe Gibbs. Yeah, he's in there. Like I said, it's a formidable conversation.
Oh my God.
Well, I'll tell you that when we get to it. Flacco want to win that game.
So you telling me you got Baltimore Ravens fans celebrating after beating the Jets, Mr. White? That's what we doing.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, that's for the second half of the show, and that would be a no, Mr. John Boo, because I have no intention on talking about Homer Simpson on today's show.
Not doing that. We are not.
I really have no intention of giving him no name, even though I'm gonna have to given the Jets Falcons first look on today. But I'm not in here for no foo talk of your troll celebratory ass kissing of Raheem. So that would be a no.
Not doing it today. Nope.
What I'm saying, that would be a no. Hey, bro, what I'm saying, you might think it's factual evidence, but the facts and the paperwork says there's nothing great about him. Now moving on. Now moving on to got a good second generation of Bball prospect spotlight. There's actually going to be 2 kids on this one on today. Everybody know and remember Ron Harper, who he started his career with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He tore up his knee, and then 2 years later ended up with Chicago Bulls. And got him 3 rings there, and then moved on to LA, played with Kobe for a couple of years and got 2 more rings. Well, he has 2 kids, Ron Jr. and Dylan, who's our second generation of B-ball prospect spotlight on. Both of whom got drafted, and both of them are in the G League right now, getting their grind on. One is averaging 36 points a game, and Junior is averaging 32 points a game, 10 boards. They're getting their grind on down there. I don't know if anybody, has been, most people don't. That's why I'm doing this, each week spotlighting, second generational kids that are making their moves, getting in the league, carrying on the namesakes and whatnot.
Yeah.
So this week is coming out of the Harper family, Ron Jr. and Dylan, who are making their marks, who's looking probably to be, on a main roster, by the time All-Star week get here, which has been the talk. They both have games, and they got their daddy's game. Now, those of you who don't remember Ron Harper before the knee injury in his first 5 years, in the league in Cleveland, Ron Harper was that guy. He was that guy before he tore up his knee. He was that guy. He was the number 1 option. Okay. He could get to the basket like no other. He had the nice mid range. He could get up. You know what I'm saying? He could do that. But he had to change his game after he literally. I'm talking when I say toe up his knee, yeah, toe it up. Toe it up, bro. He was that. He was down for 2 years. And when he came back and got a shot in Chicago, and got in that backcourt with Mike and got 3 rings. He was instrumental. He helped them be he was another piece of that great defense that the Bulls was able to play. And whatnot, and his boys, especially Dylan. Dylan got his ups like back when he was in Cleveland, and Junior got his jumper. Junior got his jump shot. That I'm just putting that out there. Now, if anybody else, has any comments or has any recognition of, knowing a little bit, have at it.
Nah, I ain't even know who you was.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Never seen them play.
All right. Let's see. Oh man.
Wish him well.
Mr. White.
Yes.
We have a fan in here, sir.
It's a lot of that going on. I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's your opinion, Mr. Morrison, it is what it is. I have more in my numbers that feel otherwise than those that don't. I mean, and if you feel that way, I mean, like just like Mike said, just like K-Style say. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you feel that way, unsubscribe. You ain't got to check. You could change the channel, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You could change the channel.
Be quiet.
It's all good. It's all good. I am not mad at all. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't have anybody that may think that I ain't doing my job, then you know what I'm saying? I kind of I feel proud when I piss some people off or hurt their feelings or disprove whatever narrative or theory that comes off the non-common sensual arena. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. It's okay.
It's part of the Rahimothy flock.
It probably so. Probably so. Now,
no, he's not.
Now, Jay. I know you're here for the fuckery. You know what I'm saying, and I'm here for it too. You know what I'm saying. I know you're part of that law firm in defense of one Lamar AAU Jackson. I get it. I mean, but like I tell all the rest of you, you know what I'm saying, AAU stands, hey, legends and legacies are made in the playoffs, and your boy is an absolute scrub in the playoffs. Yeah. But we will get to that. Once I get all the appetizers out of the way. But y'all, you get a chance, you know what I'm saying, pull up some film, pull up some, you know what I'm saying, look these boys up, you know what I'm saying. They're in the G League right now on that main squad. Both of them, and they're doing their thing. They're working their way up, you know what I'm saying, to the big show. Just another example of second generation of kids, following their parents. And point of note, their mother, who was an athlete in her own right, Dylan's mother, who's an athlete in her own right, is making some noise on the coaching scene, and a lot of people are pushing for her, you know what I'm saying, to to get her chance on an NBA coaching bench. Shawty, she got it like that.
Oh, that's what's up.
She got it like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, was trying to give Ron the nod on the boys, but all three of them have said that moms, did the leg work on these boys, making it, into the association.
I bet they come out better than Bronny.
Yeah.
Then his dad breaking him straight up.
Okay.
It's no secret I do not like they daddy. I'm not like him.
Look, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna please everybody. What I'm saying? I already know when I do that particular show, I know it's gonna be it's gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be real interesting. But don't worry, Jay Berry. We'll get down to all of the you can't defend, so you deflect. Answers that you're gonna give. We get to the meat of the program. Don't worry, we're working our way there. We're working our way there. Falcons at Jets first look. We all know what the conversation has been over this past week. A lot of people have mixed emotions. What I'm saying? All things considering, we there's a repeat performance by the offense with the run game, with what the defense has been doing consistently. We should, repeat what happened last week. We're going into New York. Tyrod Taylor, the Jets offense have been trying to do a few things. They look a little bit better than what they were looking like with Justin Fields. Under that thing, but also considering they got rid of their two best players, in my opinion, in Sauce and Quentin Williams, who both have gone to better pastures. What is your first look expectations of this game? Gonna be a little cold, a little windy up there in New York. What are you looking for, the Dirty Birds and the Jets? And anybody can take off with that.
To see if Kirk gonna throw an interception.
To see what now?
If Kirk gonna throw an interception.
Okay.
But they asked him today, have you talked to Jeff Obert? He said no. When the hell you gonna talk to him for the end of the week?
I mean,
preparation.
Yeah, me throw it out there. I had to think about it. Damn, the Obrecht was up there before he came here. But yeah. I hadn't seen that, but you get asked that question of a coach who is, who was just there previously, the previous 2 years. It would stand to reason if to start the quarterback, you would, sit down and, get some notes on, on what's up there.
Yeah, that's true.
They asked him about the shotgun versus the pistol. and they asked him who started it. He said Kaepernick. Then he talked about the Indianapolis quarterback back in the day. Damn, I can't.
Who Peyton?
Peyton, yeah. He said they asked him about Peyton, and he said he never asked Peyton how he was able to do both of them. I said he's so stupid.
So he don't want to talk to nobody. He know it all.
Pretty much.
I mean, you know, offensively,
and Peyton one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, offensively, if you're going into this game, and you know what I'm saying, even with the changeover of the coaching staff, and given, I mean, because it's personnel wise, there has been some change defensively, but you would still want to, you know what I'm saying, take a peek and be, you know what I'm saying, and check, all right, you know, any of them guys on that defense that, that are still there that you have any information on, you know, you would, you know, walk over into the defensive office and ask that question. You know, but
I bet Over done prepare the defense though.
Right. I mean, you know, defensively, I already know we're going to be looking to put hands on Tyrod. You know what I'm saying? Just like we have every other quarterback that we have played. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Defensively, you don't want to give them any semblance of hope and make it physically berating, you know what I'm saying, physically, you know, be on their head. Bringing the rain game to a halt, kind of, you know, put a jam on what little chemistry that Tyrod has been able to, you know what I'm saying, come up with, you know, in the last couple of weeks.
Well, I'm not even paying this food. This food
Oh man. You know, Ski, that you know, that's the going, you know what I'm saying, mind, you know, thought process, truthfully. I mean, but you know, you know, everybody feel the way they feel about Homer and Bart. You know, but I'm just saying, given what was put out on the field on last week, and you know, because it's been a whole lot of talk, you know what I'm saying, about said offensive game plan that was put on the field on last week. You know, be that as it may, I think the same game plan is put down this week and executed, with the defense doing what they've been doing the last 5-6 weeks. I think we should not have a problem, you know what I'm saying, cold weather or otherwise. You know, and now look, just on some real talk shit. Healthy and in his element, and having, you know what I'm saying, a comfortable set amount of plays at his disposal. You know, Kirk can do some damage. All right, he is a veteran quarterback. All right, that's just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's just you know, you have that you know how Stephen A. feel about the Cowboys, right? They're just a screw up waiting to happen. Well, you know what I'm saying? We have gotten to be feeling that same way about one Homer Simpson, aka Raheem Morris. But I would stand is to say hope that what happened last week happens again this week.
It'll be a miracle.
Right.
If they do the same thing consistently.
Yes. I
James
mean,
Robinson.
we saw offensive adjustments on the fly. You know what I'm saying? We saw timeouts called when needed to be called. You know what I'm saying? You saw the offense stick with the run. We ran the ball 33 times last week. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, I mean, because all things considering, and I feel, you know what I'm saying, what everybody's been talking and saying this week, but you know, the chaos that is the NFC South right now. we could look, we win this week and just by happen chance, you know what I'm saying, do the same thing next week at the crib. We could be looking at a 3-way tie.
I don't trust Raheem or Zach.
And I'm right there with you, Sonny. I'm right there with you. I'm just saying, if you're looking at the situation as the situation stands right now and the goings on with all three teams, Bucks, Panthers, Falcons, there is a 75% chance that it could be a 3-way fucking tie for the NFC South lead in 2 weeks. Just saying. Just saying.
We had to fight in us to go win a division.
You know what I'm saying? These next 3 weeks are gonna either put us out of our misery or there's gonna be a whole lot of people pissed off because we still winning games. And that's just the truth of the matter right now, right here. That's just the truth of it. If we continue to run the ball like we ran the ball last week, and with the defense doing what it's doing, in these next couple of weeks, it could get real interesting and real frustrating all at the same goddamn time. You know,
if Drake come back, we gonna see on the offense.
He'll be back this week.
Who?
Drake.
No, practicing. He ain't been practicing, so
he hasn't practiced this week. So I don't expect to see him. Drummond has been getting a lot of burn this week.
Drummond in
practice. Yeah.
I was saying, if we win or not win, that's gonna determine if Drake come back this year.
I mean, well, that's no secret. That is no secret. Because the injury that you know, and I got my fingers up in the quote sign. The injury that Drake has, you know, to be told, Drake could have played last week.
I think so.
He could have played last week,
but I don't think he want to play with Captain Kirk.
Yeah, that's somewhat of the, you know what I'm saying, is sentiment that is rolling around, you know what I'm saying, in the facility, you know, and yeah, money, you know, that's what I'm saying. Given the feel of the city, you know what I'm saying, and I'm on the bus, you know what I'm saying, most days with most of the same people, and I'm running into some of the same people at the train station waiting on the train, and the conversation is the same. You know, the conversation is just that. You know what I'm saying? You have people that were genuinely upset that we won that game and looked the way we looked, and you know what I'm saying, and know that if we look like that again, we'll probably win another game that's going to be leading to, that guy, having a chance to retain his job. It's it is what it is. It is what it is. I've been a fan of this team since 1978. Okay, even being mad with bad play or a player or maybe a coach in certain situations, but I still root for my team to win. You know what I'm saying? That's just it's a habit. It's a habit, and and I remain optimistic until we are mathematically eliminated from said playoff hunt. That just it is what it is. If we lose Drake, what are we going to do? Well, we're gonna do we're gonna do exactly what I said we were gonna do. Come to the offseason anyway, because this upcoming receiver class is gonna be rather loaded. So
Mooney can go.
Huh?
I said Mooney can go. And go get some draft wide receivers.
It's everybody's have their feelings on saying these guys, and I like I said last week, I think when the clock strikes zeros on the season, no matter when that will be, I think if the right executive decision is not made, we're subject to probably lose a few people because of said executive decision or the lack thereof. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of this particular situation. Internally, this team is divided. You have Team Raheem and you have Team Terry.
Well, I'm Team Terry.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of the situation. Well, that was a conversation. Daniel Hunter was a conversation on last season. And look, it depends on who you talking to. As far as free agents, wanting to come here. It depends on who you're talking to. It is a destination. You know what I'm saying? You have some guys that are from this state, that would want to be here. Is it a good situation? I think it would be. It like I said, it just depends on who you talk to. So that's just what I'm saying, what that is and how that is. Now.
Well, you want to check the mail?
Now, 48 hours ago, I posted. Well, I didn't post. I read a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, and there was all this discussion about Lamar Jackson's injury deduction on this particular year. Now, if you have been, a follower or audience member of Mr. White Network, Unholy Alliance, Mad Mike Sports, you are fully aware of where I have long stood on the matter of one Lamar Jackson going back to 2020, 2021, when some of you in this Falcons community wanted us to give up 3 first-round picks as well as pay him $45 to $50 million a year in a contract extension. And my main standing point even was his inability to stay healthy at that particular time as a reason not to pay him said monies and give up said draft capital to get him. We're in full 5 years. We are back at said point. He missed some games, fraudulently or not fraudulently, but he has missed some games. You know, look, my standpoint on Lamar Jackson will not change. Won't ever change. He is an imposter at quarterback. I have long said that, stood on that. Okay. I myself put the nail in the coffin on this particular debate after Josh Allen won the MVP and then turned around and you lose to Josh Allen. To me, the conversation was over with after the AFC Championship game, in which in the fourth quarter, that vaunted Ravens defense gives you a short field 3 times in the fourth quarter, and you put up what on the scoreboard? 0. Yeah. Looking at that Chiefs defense like a second grade schoolgirl trying to at the chalkboard trying to read Egyptian hieroglyphics. Okay. In 8 years, 9 years now, in 8 years, in the previous 8 years, with this man at the position as starting quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, 7 great defenses have been wasted. I think the last great defense, honestly, was in that AFC Championship game against Kansas City. And in that game, and they held Kansas City to 17 points in that game. You know, it's hilarious to me when, you know, now all of a sudden, I mean, you come out and you make y'all in the AAU community, you know, make bold, alliterated statements that he's the GOAT, or the most elite black quarterback to play this game. I think that is so damn disrespectful to those that have came before him. You know, when you're out here impersonating a quarterback and you can't read defenses, all right? I long stood and stand on where I stand.
And he ain't changing.
Guys like Al Davis and Dick Vermeil and Joe Gibbs and Tom Landry have long said legends and legacies are made in the playoffs. Okay? You know, it's mighty funny. During the regular season, all you hear is his name. He's Superman in the regular season. Okay, he's Superman. He's invincible in the regular season. The moment that goddamn thing, that postseason switch comes on, that motherfucker turns into Ryan Leaf.
Every time.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? And there's video documented evidence.
That's his kryptonite.
Okay. Now, a lot of y'all that are living off those 2 running back MVPs he got 7 years ago. Well, you know, he's progressed as a running back in these 7 years. but there has been no development as a quarterback. None. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what does it say that Brock Purdy has been to a Super Bowl? Jalen Hurts, who is not even considered a top 15 quarterback in this league, has been to 2 Super Bowls and won one. Burrow has been to a Super Bowl.
And I seen dude mention Flacco with the same team.
I mean, Flacco is fun. They ran Flacco out of town early.
Yeah, they did.
to hand over to hand over the reins to hand over the reins as a starting quarterback, which is also the reason why I think that John Harbaugh will probably lose his job after this season.
Mm-hmm.
You have been to one AFC championship game. You have been to one conference championship game in 8 years. Y'all jump out here and talk this. Y'all call him elite. But then when we put him under the elite microscope, now all of a sudden we hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're looking at the people on the on my panel, if you're looking at the chat box right now, if you're looking at the live chat, you notice a few people, a few folks have disappeared. They have left and ran for witness protection program. And I left the comment on my said video and talking about him to that gentleman T Moore, the invitation to come on and debate this in his defense of Lamar Jackson. But as I've figured as much, a no-show. You know what I'm saying? It's a no-show. Look, man, you're 9 years in the league and you don't even have 35,000 yards passing. You're in the bottom 5 in quarterbacks in this league in pass attempts per. What does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I know I'm public enemy number 1 in the Lamar Jackson community. I know I am, but you cannot dispute the facts. You are 3-5 in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You have one conference championship game to show for it, and you shitted the bed in that one. Okay, y'all were throwing parades. What was that, week 3? What was that, week 3 against Cleveland? We had that 102 passer rate. You were throwing a damn parade for that. And I'm like, really? That's what we doing? This is what we celebrating? But y'all be quiet in the church mouse when it comes to the postseason.
Yeah.
Celebrating mediocrity.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I heard for many a moons, the quarterback is supposed to make everybody around him on his unit better. In crunch time, who is he elevated? Where is the signature win on Lamar Jackson's resume? Where is the superstar elite quarterback moment in the playoffs for Lamar Jackson? I tell you where it is. It's in those 2 turnovers, each one of them damn 5 losses he got.
Mm-hmm.
He is Superman in the regular season, He is Ryan Leaf in the playoffs. That is a fact. That there is a fact. There's video documented evidence that supports it. The 49ers, the Eagles, and the Ravens are built exactly the same. Please explain to me why Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts have been to Super Bowls, and you on this Baltimore Ravens team organization. Okay, you can't, and there is no excuse for it. Y'all hollering about he need help. I'm sorry. When you are a top 5 to top offense in this league, year in and year out, when you have a top 6 or better special teams, when you have a top 10, top 6, top 5, top 4, top 2 defense in this league, why haven't you been to a Super Bowl?
Hey.
Somebody make that make sense to me. If he is as elite as y'all say he is with those teams that he has had as a starter in this league, why haven't he been to a Super Bowl?
I can't make stupid make sense.
Explain why the defensive guys that have left this team over the last 5 years have left this team. Explain why. Make it make sense. You know why they have left this team, because they know they can't win with him at quarterback. You have had receivers to leave this team because they can't get numbers with him as the quarterback of this team. But I'm hating on Lamar Jackson. When his career numbers through eight plus years supports the fact that he is an average quarterback at best. He's an average quarterback at best. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear shit about no receivers dropping passes. Every receiver ain't drop passes when he's too busy out there trying to be a running back. I don't want to hear it. These teams have been too good for the Ravens to not have been in a Super Bowl over these 8 years.
Oh, Johnny Boo, really? That's what we doing?
Look, when they can't defend, they deflect, and when they run out of deflection, they resort to. I don't care. Am I feeling supposed to be hurt? Am I supposed to be offended? Because it seems like you're more offended because you cannot defend what I am saying about your guy as a quarterback in this league.
Bro, Lamar's not a great.
If he is that great, where is the Super Bowl appearance? Why has he only been to one conference championship game? If he is that great,
and what's his record?
But stop. When you're an elite quarterback, you make the guys on your unit around you better. And any Hall of Fame quarterback, any high profile, any elite quarterback will tell you that. Any great coach, any coach, period, will tell you that. So miss me with that fraudulent bullshit that you talking.
Mr. White, what's his record in the playoffs again?
3-5.
Okay. Double
3-5. 3-5.
All the name calls ain't gonna make it better.
Legends and legacies are made in the playoffs. And your boy, he's an absolute scrub in the playoffs.
Oh, it's okay.
And then look. he's one of the greatest athletes.
Yeah.
We'll give you that. He's one of the greatest athletes to put on a uniform.
One of them.
But at best, he is an average quarterback. He's a great running back, but he's impersonating the quarterback. He's impersonating the quarterback, and that's just the fact of it. When you get on these teams that he has had, and you get in the playoffs, bro, you can't unsee what you have seen from Lamar Jackson.
Bro, he was not a Hall of Famer. Stop.
Two turnovers in each one of the 5 losses he got. Bro, stop. There's nothing Hall of Fame about Lamar Jackson as a quarterback.
The overstatement. Oh my goodness.
Name calling is not gonna make him better. I'm just saying.
Raymond Elder, fact. That's about the best that you can say that you can acknowledge about him. You know what I'm saying?
All the year.
But when you try to, call him something that he's not, you disrespect guys that have come before him in that sector. The Warren Moons, Doug Williams won a Super Bowl, Randall Cunningham, Cam Newton. Okay, and we're talking about dual threats. Roger Staubach, Fran Tarkenton, John Elway.
Yep.
Stop playing, man. Stop disrespecting the game with this fraudulent bullshit.
That boy is an arcade quarterback, bro. That's what he is.
Yeah. That was the most factual thing ever said about him. Lamar Jackson is the James Harden of the NFL.
Yeah, all good in the regular season, play like shit in the playoffs.
Right.
That's exactly what he is.
Where is the signature win in the playoff?
Well, I'll wait.
Where is it? Where is it? With these teams that he has had in Baltimore?
Bruh.
Stop playing. Stop playing, man. Y'all stop playing. Y'all out here throwing a parade in week 3 for a 102 passer rating.
Not me. Never.
But then he gets in the playoffs where the lights are bright and all that damn running back shit gets shut down and he actually have to play quarterback. and what happens? He does one or two things. He either throw an interception or he fumbles. In crunch time.
His passing yards ain't got nothing to do with his playoff record, sir. His passing yards don't mean nothing. Okay.
This is his 9th year, and you don't even have 35,000 passing yards, bro. What?
That's
y'all know what he want that he remind me of?
You want 600 pounds, sir? Don't name call me because we telling you the facts, sir.
And don't acknowledge the buffoonery, man. Don't acknowledge. See, he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Fantasy football, Madden, microwave mindset type motherfuckers.
On Ricky level.
Man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't speak intellectual football IQ conversations with you know what I'm saying, a person like that.
My granddad.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Again, the Don Shula's, Tom Landry's, Andy Reid's and George Seifert's of the world, all have said the same thing. Legends and legacies are made in the playoffs.
They ain't telling not one lie.
Your boy's a scrub in the playoffs. And when he made that statement, what was it, on last year? I'm 28 years old. I'm just getting started. You just getting started. You ain't did nothing.
He sucks.
He ain't did nothing, bro. In the big game, when it counts, he is fraudulent. And there's video documented evidence that proves all of that.
Right.
Y'all got to stop, bro. You got to stop. What are you gonna say? Brock Purdy done been to a Super Bowl, bro.
What does the Falcons have to do with this conversation, bro?
Again, when you can't defend, you deflect.
We're the Falcons. See, they don't bring up the Falcons.
We talk Falcons every week. So I mean, I ain't worried about that, man. We're talking about this fraudulent ass imposter at quarterback in Baltimore.
But still, the Falcons have been where Lamar hasn't.
Last time I checked, Mr. White, Matt Ryan was in the Super Bowl. Am I correct, sir?
That's my point.
Thank you.
We've been where Lamar hasn't.
He bring up 20-3. I don't give a damn about that.
Yeah. Oh my God. He's at 20-3. Oh my God.
Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Don't bring up that. Like, I don't care about that no more. Lamar can't even get there. So what are we talking about?
Look, you're in the conference championship game, and your defense gives you a short field 3 times in the fourth quarter. Okay, and you can't even produce. Anything resemblance of a point. Stop, man.
I don't need your help, man.
You would think Raheem was their coach that year,
right? You would think that too, huh? You worried about the Ravens, worry about your own team. Here you go, deflecting.
Let me see. Where is it? Okay. My perspective, bruh, as a content creator. And we cover multiple teams. We cover the NFL, bruh.
We cover college and NBA.
We cover college. We cover the NBA. We baseball. Okay, tennis, MMA. We cover multiple sports, my guy. Okay, that is the efficiency of a content creator.
Depressing ass franchise. Boy,
why don't you go up to go and jump into Ravens community and see how depressed they are with your quote unquote elite quarterback that can't win the big game. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask this question, Mr. White. When they don't make the playoffs, I already know what you don't say.
Bro, look. I'm not worried about somebody that's defending a quarterback that quit on his team in week 4. So you know what I'm saying? What he's saying and what he's trying to do has no bearing on the conversation because he can't defend. Okay, and all he's doing is deflecting now, and he's sinking like he's going down like the Hindenburg because he has no defense.
You can't defend 3 and 5, bro. You can't.
You can't.
There's no.
You know what I'm saying? So again, look, that conference championship game, nail, coffin, dirt.
You wish the injury on our best player? Yeah, something wrong with you, bro.
Again, look, prove my point.
Boy,
when you can't defend, you deflect. And when you can't deflect, what do you resort to? Why you so sensitive?
Something wrong with your teeth. Well, y'all kill me with this.
Man, you know what? Look, I have made my point. I have, gave out all the evidence. that is needed to, you know what I'm saying, circumvent what I've been saying for the last 5 years about Lamar AAU Jackson.
Mr. White don't stand on that.
Period, point blank, bro. Legends and legacies are made in the playoffs, and Lamar AAU Jackson is an absolute scrub in the playoffs. Period. And you're upset because you have no defense. He is Superman in the regular season, and he is a skirted Ryan Leaf in the playoffs, and that is a bona fide fact.
I'm gonna say this though, Mr. White, before we move on. Y'all better hope Josh Allen don't get to the Super Bowl, bro. If he won that Super Bowl, I don't want none
about the mere fact that Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, and Jalen Hurts have gone to Super Bowls, and he hasn't, and he has had a better team than all of them. Nail, coffin, dirt.
Josh Allen don't suck. You just don't want to make excuses for Lamar, sir.
Nail, coffin, dirt. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. There is no defense.
Oh, I believe Josh Allen don't make the Super Bowl. That's just my personal opinion.
Man, it's Thanksgiving week. Got a lot of football going on tomorrow. You got a lot of, you're gonna have the NBA going on tomorrow. Y'all look out for Friday. There is going to be a Georgia pregame show, plus the halftime show. Falcon Friday Evening Madness is going to be at 7 after the Tech and Georgia game. That'll be at 7 after the game is over with. That's what Friday's going to look like for Mr. White Network. And more than likely, all parties involved right now will be on that as well, including Fresh.
I thought Josh Allen has made it to a Super Bowl.
No, he went to the he was in the conference championship game last year, and there was a play and a penalty away from being in the Super Bowl. So
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. Sonya.
Still a better quarterback.
Sonya.
She's still there.
I guess she got tired of the foolishness.
She might be done walked away. Y'all give y'all final thoughts, man. We gonna get on out of here.
I'm gonna say that one more time, bro. You cannot defend You cannot defend this bum in Baltimore. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Okay, y'all gotta stop. Mr. White just said it a million times. 3-5. I mean, y'all can get mad. You can take it how you want. It is what it is. Go ahead, Mucho.
Yeah, Lamar has been on his knees every postseason because he always blow the game. That's just what it is. And I don't know if he ever get off them knees because he continued to blow it up.
Yeah.
And as far as these birds, we just need to take care of business. I mean, I would like to see us win. I have no high expectations of anything as long as we can stay. I mean, consistency is key. If they show consistency and able to bring us back, I mean, it is what it is. I guess ride it till the wheels fall off. I mean,
Mr. White,
I'm not even going to acknowledge him. Okay. He waits to the very end of the show to show up. I'm not even going to acknowledge him. I'm not.
Your ass had this whole time.
I put it on his comment. Wicked Wednesday, Sports Tea, 5 p.m. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
He been waiting the whole time.
You got to keep it A. You got to keep it dirty most nobly. You AAU fans, You got to keep it real with yourself, man. Let your next choice be your best choice. For little sis Sonya, for the young knight, for Grande, OG Big Sam, aka Mr. White. Y'all have a blessed Thanksgiving. We'll holler at you Friday.
All right. Peace.